Heaven and earth never agreed better to frame a place for man's habitation. Those were the words of Captain John Smith as he first set eyes on the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake was, and continues to be, one of the most productive estuaries in the United States.
Since its founding in 1967, CBF has had one goal: save the bay. Through education, restoration, advocacy, and litigation, CBF fights for effective solutions to reduce pollution in our waterways.
In 2001, CBF built its current headquarters, the Philip Merrill Environmental Center. The Merrill Center was one of the greenest buildings of its time, even earning America's first LEED Platinum Building Award. In 2014, CBF completed the sister building to the Merrill Center, the Brock Environmental Center. Nestled along the shores of the beautiful Lynn Haven River in Virginia Beach, the Brock Center has set the bar high for green building worldwide.
The Brock Center is designed and constructed to operate as elegantly and efficiently as the grasses along the Chesapeake Bay, providing all of its own energy and a natural filter for the environment.
When you come to the Brock Center, you'll see many different types of practices to live sustainably with the environment. But if people leave with just one technique that they can apply in their lives, our job is done. And happily, many people leave with multiple things that they can apply in their daily lives.
How does it feel to see the Brock Center today? Can I say that I'm bursting with pride? I feel like beating my chest.
The building management system is constantly monitoring three things: the interior temperature, grains of humidity, and the exterior temperature. When we meet those three conditions, HVAC systems turn off. Green lights turn on in the space, allowing staff to open windows if they choose to maximize the use of natural bay breezes. The Brock Center is built 200 feet from the shore, 14 feet above sea level, with marine-grade steel, rebar, and concrete, and is prepared for sea level rise. It's built to withstand the 100-year floodplain and a 500-year storm surge.
During the day, the indoor lights are hardly utilized. The sun provides all the light needed. To save electricity, lights are installed that turn on and off automatically when people are in the rooms. When the workday is done, we use what is called a vampire switch. It turns off most of the electricity in the building in order to stop idle power drain.
The Brock Center's windows are positioned and glazed to promote natural daylight while preserving views of Pleasure House Point and the Lynn Haven River.
Through multiple methods of water conservation and management, the Brock Center uses 90% less water than an office building of a similar size.
All of our drinking water comes from the rain and the sky. It's free. Virginia Beach receives more rainwater on a yearly basis than Seattle, Washington does. We just have sunnier days. 40% of the rainwater is collected off the roof and is treated to potable standard, while the other 60% is diverted to rain gardens. We're the first commercial building in the continental United States to treat its water to a drinking standard. What do we do with a small amount of wastewater from sinks and showers? You know we recycle that. All water from sinks and showers, called gray water, is processed through these gardens behind us, helping us restore the natural aquifer below.
Of course, there's always water that can't be added back into the system immediately. CBF has been using composting toilets for decades now. Our toilets use far less water than a typical toilet. Black water from this system is stored on site and sent to the Hampton Roads Sanitation District to be treated and turned into fertilizer, which you can purchase at local nurseries and also online.
The Brock Center relies on 100% renewable energy through solar and wind, and all of our energy produced and used can be seen on our dashboard to help educate the public.
Through a combination of wind turbines and photovoltaic solar panels, we produce all of the electricity we need, and then some.
It's very important here at the Brock Center that we conserve energy because we produce our own electricity. And so we are very committed to have had a lot of insulation put in the building. This is an example of the roof. As you can see, there's several layers of insulation. The roof material itself is zinc because that was one of the acceptable materials we could use. The walls and the floors also, an amazing amount of insulation so that we can use as little energy as possible. They felt that it was very important to use reclaimed, recycled, and renewable products. In this case, on the floor here that we're standing on, it's an old gym floor from Campostella Elementary School, which they redid, reclaimed, restained, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Over here, we have wood from northern and central Virginia that were old fence posts. Again, a beautifully done floor, reclaimed. The casings around the windows are bleachers from Salem Middle School. They did keep the markings on it so that you'd understand that yes, it was reclaimed, and this is not something new. They did have to take 3 5-gallon buckets of gum off the bleachers, which then made it presentable.
The Brock Center's siding is made from reclaimed sinker cypress. When they harvested the cypress 150 years ago, they used to float the logs down the Mississippi River. Many of the logs sank to the bottom. The wood is essentially petrified, and it's perfect to put on the exterior of a building, and with proper upkeep, it will last for many years to come.
The Brock Environmental Center has been an incredible asset to our work. Not only has it become a fixture and an attraction for the community and people visiting from all over the world, but it's been critical to our public education. So not just students, teachers, and the public at large, but also our elected officials. We've been able to attract local elected officials, state legislators, and even the governor's been here multiple times to announce important legislation and just to see the work that's being done here. It's been a real quantum leap in our efforts to save the bay.
Brock Environmental Center has become a gathering place for all types of people. People can come to the center to learn more about conservation, and they come to the property to just enjoy nature, to bird watch, to walk around, to fish, really just kind of appreciate our waterways and all the wildlife and habitat it supports. So we've had over 100,000 visitors at Brock Environmental Center in the last 5 years. Just an amazing response, and really excited about all of the enthusiasm and all those people who want to come out and learn more.
Running educational trips down here, we take students, adults, and elected officials out on the water, seeing actually the impacts that we have on our waterways. A lot of people come down that's been with us as a student. Now they have children coming out with us as students. And it's something that they say they'll always remember. That's what I like.
Why should we focus on education? Well, it's the hope of the future, to make sure that our young people understand about the environment and how we can live with the environment in a harmony. And it's broad awareness, and I think that's the main key, that we can live in community with the environment.
The Brock Center was built to educate, inspire, and reduce pollution in the Chesapeake Bay, while also being a model of what is possible for our generation and future generations to come.